Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and a whispering wood, lived a witch named Hazel. Now, Hazel wasn't your typical witch. Oh no. While other witches were concocting love potions or brewing up visibility mixtures, Hazel hated spells. She detested them. She absolutely loathed them. In fact, she wished with all her heart that she could just get rid of them. Why, you ask? Well, you see, Hazel had a peculiar problem. Every spell she ever cast backfired, and I mean really backfired. A simple levitation spell might lift her a few inches off the ground, then slam her back down into a wall, knocking the stuffing out of her broom. I need something stronger, something unique, something with a little more oomph. She looked pointedly at the brooms in the shop, all of which were handcrafted and made from top-quality materials. If you add a little extra oomph to that broom of yours, I'll pay you handsomely. And then once I win the championships, I can use my influence to get you a noble title. You could be Lady Hazel III if you like. You understand, I'm not just any old witch. I'm off to compete in the International Broom Flying Championships in Howards. Now what was that spell again? A wicked grin spread across her face. Maybe she didn't hate spells so much after all? When the regal woman in question flew over the finish line, her broom going so fast that it was a complete blur to the naked eye, the crowd erupted into cheers. Hazel stood at the edge of the crowd beaming. She might have a knack for this whole magic thing after all. Out if I don't win my royal broom flying license. Whoa, and get renewed. And I'll be stuck here in this godforsaken village for another decade. A healing spell meant to cure her neighbor's ailing goat would turn the poor animal blue, green, and polka-dotted. Then she took off towards Hogwarts, the purple haze following her like a loyal pet. Could it be that this haughty princess was a witch desperate for some magical assistance? And if so, what kind of spell could she possibly need Hazel's help with? Instead, she said, "And what exactly do you have in mind?" See, this was the problem with most witches, Hazel thought. Hazel bid the woman wait right there while she rummed family in the back room. She rummed family returned with a jar of glittery purple liquid. "Drink this," she instructed the woman. "It'll make your broom fly faster, very fast, and the spell will only last as long as you need it to." They never remembered the most important part of a spell, the undo part. If they did, maybe they wouldn't be coming to me with their constant screw-ups, Hazel said. And attempting to make a disappearing potion for an upcoming village festival resulted in her accidentally teleporting a pig through the center of the mayor's brand new hat shop. Much to the horror of both the pig and the mayor. Needless to say, after the incident with the hat shop, Hazel had sworn off spells. Now, she spent her days making serviceable brooms from the finest materials and the occasional enchanted item that did involve actively trying to use magic. She was even rather good at it. Her brooms were sturdy and sleek, and they never exploded when you took off, which was more than you could say for the mass-market brands. The local children even claimed that her unenchanted straw brooms could fly, though Hazel always just sighed and told them that was ridiculous. But even though Hazel was good at her craft, business was slow and she was starting to get desperate. Then one day, a regal-looking woman entered her shop. "I hear you're the best broom maker in town," she said. "Looking for a special broom, something powerful enough to withstand the rigors of long-distance travel?" "Well, that sounds like you need a Nimbus 2000, Hazel replied, hoping she wasn't being insulted by the woman's patronizing tone. "Oh, those are dreadful," the woman sniffed. Hazel knew that look. It was the same desperate, slightly manic look that every witch in the village had worn when they came to her for help with their failed spells. "Listen," the woman said, leaning in conspiratorially. Hazel resisted the urge to slap the woman. The woman explained that she needed a spell to make her broom go faster. But she couldn't remember the counter curse, the one that would stop the spell from backfiring. But perhaps there was a way to fix this particular mess. The woman looked skeptical, but desperation lent speed to her decision-making, and before she knew it, she was downing the potion and mounting her broom. As soon as she was out of earshot, Hazel turned to her jar of purple goo and said, "The next morning, the villagers gathered outside to watch the results of the Howards trials.